Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear brothers and sisters all over the world. I would like to thank you with uh, heartfelt gratitude for your support to our people back home, whether you uh, pledge your support morally or financially. Our people had been uh, displaced more and more. We had influx of refugees around that place called Jonglei State in South Sudan, as the so-called South Sudan Defense Force aggravated so many vulnerable women, children, and elderly people. They have been killing them. The situation now is escalated. It's out of control. I'm here to appeal to and to forward my request to humanitarian agencies, particularly the United Nations, to go and send dispatchers to help those people who fled the scene, those people who had been killed by the South Sudan Defense Force soldiers. They are now in need of humanitarian aid. They need food, they need medical care, and all these things would not come from nowhere rather than coming from the United Nations High Commissioner, who may have the only way to help to run down to that area and help those people who are immensely suffering from everything. I believe you guys have seen the unfolded stories of women to whom they even give birth in the bush where there's no anybody attending them. This is more than worse or dying situation ever in the story of mankind. I want you to hear or to hear the voices who speak on behalf of people who are now in Jonglei State, particularly the low Nuer in that area of Jonglei State. They are the Nuer sections who had been displaced by the war. People now, they still scared. They don't even they don't even have a protection yet. Nobody is taking care of them because the pure men who are there, they try to protect them. They engage the enemy. That means the people who fled the scene, they have no any protection. So it is a privilege and it is honored for me to have failed and to request the United Nations to intervene and elevate the situation of those vulnerable groups who are suffering now, right now. They are suffering. They are suffering. They don't have food, and they are bracing with the traumatic war experience, and even children, most of them, they lost their parents, maybe both parents, so they have no one to look after, to take care of them. It is with every heart to request and to appeal United Nations for intervention to help to elevate those vulnerable groups who are now in dangers. They are also in security, and most of them, they are exposed in the scorching sun of South Sudan, where they don't have tents to even sit or to even stay. They have no tents. They need tents. They need any whatever available for them to compose. They need security from the United Nations. If you guys could dispatch, if United Nations could dispatch the squad of military to protect those people, it is our moral obligation to protect the vulnerable people who are displaced by war in everywhere. So right now, the situation is very tense, and the peoples of Nuer, they need our help. This would be truly appreciated if the United Nations or those NGOs agents who usually look after the refugee could eventually intervene and help them. Another point is I should have to be courteous too. I must have to be courteous, or I have to be careful. My second message is to Adut, Honorable Adut Kiir Mayardit, and also his father, Honorable Salva Kiir Mayardit. I would like to assure you that the war which had been going on now in any part of South Sudan, it is the mind of everybody. It is in the mind of everyone, because we feel that this South Sudan current government, or since the beginning, it has never been fair to everybody. So people who are supposed to have patience waiting, their patience wear out. Their patience now is wear out. But they are timid. They are timid. That means they think that any pressure that they could have to give the government, it may just reflect the it may reflect the hunger of the president, and this cause bring into the iron fist fight between, or combat between the government resistance and those who think they are suppressed. They don't have any chair in the government. So it is with a profound sadness to tell you that I'm advocate, but I have to tell you in all honesty that the war, which is any war which is erupted in some part of South Sudan, there are a lot of people who think that war, people who are fighting or people who are in combat with the current government, they are right because they are not treating fairly. There's no equity in South Sudan. So this is what is happening. And right now, if we look at South Sudan has it fragmented into so many ways. Some people, they even love the agency, like a non-governmental organization, more than the government itself, because the government turned their guns against the civilians. They turn their guns against the vulnerable group. Likewise, the government has also some enemies who think they have to defend themselves. And those who think they have to defend themselves, we the others in diaspora, we stand in solidarity with them, because we have been waiting and waiting, and nothing positive come out from the government of South Sudan. So we are amicable. We are friends of those people who are fighting and trying to defend their right. They try to defend their right. And I know this is a scary speech, a scary message that some people will think they will think different. And I have to make sure that it is what I'm saying is true, because we have been watching and listening, and there's no any good outcome in the government of South Sudan. South Sudan had never been thriving in the very beginning, because if there is any form of government that could accommodate everyone, why we are not sponsored here in diaspora? We need to be sponsored. We need a inclusive government. We need the fair government, which anyone must exercise his or her own right or her own freedom. Freedom could be employed, and I'm here to implore to those people who think there is the government is doing the right thing. The government is helping people. The government is equally distributed services to everyone, while there are some people who are deprived. They don't have any services. Because they have no services, most people now, they're going back to their traditional and cultural practice, like farming, like agriculture. They have to cultivate their food. That's the only thing which is convenient for them. It is something that is convenient for them to do, and then to support their family with the food that they produce in their farm. However, the government does not allow them to do that. The government does not convince that those people, they give up. They don't have any hope that may come from the government. They became futile. For that reason, everybody now tried their best on which they have to survive. How do they survive? Because they realize that the previous Sudanese government and the current government, they are all oppressors. They are both oppressors, and people now, they think the only survival is the NGOs or United Nations. It is only United Nations that can ease the high scope of problem in South Sudan. So I believe there's no any wonder. There's no any wonder and why such a thing or the situation is happening like that. Because like I mentioned earlier, people of South Sudan, they really thankful of United Nations, because without United Nations, the survival of majority now must be very limbs. And right now, as I speak, we have 8 refugees camps in Ethiopia alone. Countless others of refugee camps, they are in different places. And I would like to say, people now, they are very thankful to United Nations with their extravagant contribution, more than the government itself. And I would like to appeal once again, if you guys need to change the government of South Sudan, let it happen tonight. Especially you, Honorable Abdul Kiir, who is a special presidential advisor, and your dad. If you guys want to change the situation of South Sudan, let it happen tonight. Because you know the interest of people. You know what could motivate them. You know what could encourage them. You guys know. But you want to put it aside. You want to trick them. Maybe you want to trap them. So I just want to let you know that it is not something intricate for people to come to the table and for people to agree again. It is easy for you to get right if you want to get right. But I believe it's too late, because now the situation is already escalated. It's already escalated, but there is a way to make it right. Back to United Nations. I want United Nations, the UNHCR, to provide adequate help for those people of Nuer who are now suffering. Because people now, most people, some of them, they live in swamps area where there are so many or so much mosquitoes breeding. Mosquitoes and others like others reptiles like snakes, crocodiles. They just eat the dead bodies. The dead corpses are everywhere. So I believe the United Nations will take over and do their job. They will give help to those hopeless people who need help. They are now in despair. You may hurt, or you may even perceive some maybe you encounter some of the videos in which women, the desperate women, are feel for help. They need help from any source where they can get help, but they lose hope about whatever could come from the government, because they had been seeking help for a long time, even before this combat, which has occurred 1 month ago. They had been seeking help, even in normal life. There's no any help that come from, or any aid, or any assistance, humanitarian assistance that come from the government. The only thing they always receive is humiliation, abusive. Like now, the soldiers are applied raped. Sexual harassment is very prevalent among the women there. They are not even talking about it. They immune with it, because sexual harassment is very common now, especially among South Sudanese defense forces. They use it as a weapon among the women, those women that they captured, or maybe wherever they find them. They usually manipulate them and try to calm them down. After they calm them, they will come with a force later, when they know that they manipulate them. They told them that there's no way for you to panic and to run away. We are not here for you. We are here for those men who try to resist our forces. But that's not true. They usually rape them. After that, after they finish raping them, they can kill them. The abuse, sexual abuse and sexual harassment is very common now in the area of Jonglei, low area, or any part of the area where there is SPDF, South Sudanese Defense Force. They use it as a weapon against the women. This is what is happening now in South Sudan, and people are bracing with the war, the trauma of war, the death of their loved ones. Countless people, they are dying, and according to the random figure they give, they said South Sudan Defense Force has already killed around 60 women. They already killed around 60 women, and sometimes they mutilated their bodies. They dismembered them so that nobody will identify them. So it is my appeal to both government and also to the United Nations. If the government could do something to cease this escalation, or to de-escalate the war, they should have to do it today. And it must be something that is positive, that could last for long, not manipulation, and not just suppression of the violence or de-escalation. It must be something that could last for long, because we are not happy. We are not happy. We are mourning for the loss of our family back home, for the loss of our communities. We don't want to do that. But they do it because they are flexible. They want to protect their families who had been attacked or displaced. Even some people now, they don't know where their parents are, especially children, and some teenagers, some young men, they don't know where their parent could be. The only thing they have is their guns. The only thing they have is their guns. And the only thing they do is to fight. That is what could come to their mind. So, and most people of generals who are in South Sudan defense forces, they are accomplices. They are kind of criminal who like to see others people to die and to get killed. So I would like to conclude my advocate message and my analysis in such a manner that I have appealed to both United Nations to intervene quickly and to curb the spiral displacement of refugees happening now in South Sudan. I hope this message will be a conventional message, and it will be conveyed in the manner that I just feel for humanitarian assistance to facilitate the situation of refugees who are now in dire situation in South Sudan. Thank you.